Facebook $400, and my ignorance didn't let me get involved, and it costed me. I mean, you know how much money. I mean, you could only imagine seeing Bitcoin that early. But how did crypto fall in your lap? Like, how did it all start and get you in this blockchain space and whatnot?
Good question. So in 2014, I had a friend who was deep, and I had no idea what this was, but he told me about Bitcoin and how you could buy random illegal stuff through the dark web. And I wasn't going to do that ever, but
Yeah.
that's when I first heard about Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I didn't buy at that time,
Mm.
but I was still keeping in touch with him and I was still doing research. And then finally, 3 years after, before that huge pump or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I decided that I should just invest some of my money so I could actually be like personally vested in making sure that I actually understand this stuff. Because when I have my money involved in something, it's more of a commitment for me. So I invested, 5 years ago, and that's kind of it. I was shuffling my money around, and as I said, it's just been like a crazy experience and learning experience opportunity for me because when I first got involved, I had no idea what I was doing.
Mm.
And if you're familiar with it, the first crypto that I ever got super passionate about was called Nano, or
Yeah.
Rayblocks previously, but now it's Nano.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first crypto that I invested in. It was like 10 cents. I was one of the first investors. And surprisingly, all the way in Poland, Wojtek, our CTO, also invested at the same time as me, was dealing with the same sketchy exchanges.
Wow.
And it was insane because this technology, basically, if you had Nano, you could send me Nano in a millisecond and there would be zero fees. And you could be in like Iraq, you could be in Syria, you could be in Texas, you could be wherever in the world, and it shows up like this. And I got so fascinated by that, and I said, this is game changing, and I need to get involved.
Wow. No, and it's crazy. Every time I ask somebody, it's a crazy story. You know what I mean? I have a good buddy. Most of you guys on Go Live know him, Jason Brown. He got introduced from a buddy in Africa, sending him some Bitcoin. It was about a couple bucks worth. Now it's worth a couple hundred. And everyone has a really unique story how they get into cryptocurrency. And what I really want to know is, and I'm sure the people do. We got a lot of people going bananas here in the chat box, so it's super exciting to see. But we wanted to know really, you know, we obviously can read the website and we know the executives, and we could read a little bit about who Patrick is, who you are, but what don't we know on the website that we could, that you could tell us a little bit more about behind the scenes of like who Patrick is? Why is it you want to come in partnership with him? What is it that they create, or what is the vision? What have they done in the past that made you feel like, okay, this is a project that's serious and I know is going somewhere?
Patrick is the most ambitious, creative person that I've ever worked with in my life.
Hmm.
And I knew that a guy like this, with a vision like this, who wanted to change the world, actually change the world, I should jump along and see what I can do. Because I feel the same way, but he actually has experience. He's done this before with other ventures, specifically in the space industry. And I wanted to learn from him. So that's why I wanted to get involved with Patrick. And Wojtek is just like the perfect balance to Patrick's creativity, because Wojtek is very organized, very strategic. He has an execution mindset, and just like the two of them together, and then me coming in the middle and running the show, is like the perfect combination in the world.
That's
And
awesome.
our team is insane. We work nonstop. Not that that's a good thing, or that actually shows that we're doing the right job. But when we landed the Logan Paul deal, it was zero sleep for 90% of our team. People were working their asses off to get the website up and running. We're still developing an app at the same time. We're trying to figure out all the marketing stuff, and this is all happening simultaneously. So shout out to the Polish team because they are incredible. And I, directly from Miami, I'm going to be flying to Poland and seeing them.
Oh,
Finally.
really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I've heard briefly. So Patrick's background was a little bit of, if I'm not mistaken, a social media and also some development from like a dev platform. Was it not?
That's Wojtek, yeah.
Wojtek. Okay. So that plays a big role in obviously SUPERBID, and I know a lot of people were kind of in some sessions were asking because. I always, we in here at Go Live and DCX and SwipeCoin, we teach like we want to look for projects that they have done something prior to the blockchain cryptocurrency space. And and Wojtek and Patrick really look like they've had a lot of success prior to SuperBid, which is to me a check, when you're looking at a project. Makes sense?
Yeah, definitely. So Wojtek actually founded one of the first social media apps ever called Grono.
Oh, wow.
Before Facebook, before Mark Zuckerberg was really around doing his thing. and he ended up selling. It had, first of all, it had 3 million users in 2004. They had like half of Poland's internet users were using his social media platform. So he ends up selling it to Intel Capital and makes some money from that. And then he ended up starting Venture Devs, which was the development company that's supporting us. And yeah, I mean, he has experience and he knows what he's doing. He knows how to build an app to get a bunch of users. Like, the whole purpose of this is to study similar platforms in the past and figure out what is the best way to attract as many users as possible and what is the best way to keep their attention on the app for as long as possible. Similar to TikTok, you know? So we're doing these case studies. We're looking into TikTok. We're looking into Twitter, Instagram, some of these other social media platforms, just to develop like the most engaging app that we can possibly create. And as you know, we're a crypto too. So we have that fun like cryptocurrency aspect of it where there's a fixed supply and you have cool influencers coming on doing auctions, and you're actually going to be buying the SUPERBID token to then make bids within the apps. So if there's demand for auctions in the app, which I'm hoping there will be, because we literally just landed a partnership with the largest and most impactful influencer in the world, Logan Paul, that there will be demand for these auctions and there will be demand for the token, and there's a limited supply. So what does that mean?
Price goes up and the people love it. And look, I know right now in the space of crypto, we talk about it a lot in our sessions. We just have, there's this coin coming out and this coin coming out and this coin coming out. And right now I think there's an overwhelming amount of just random coins. We call them, we have their names, you know what I mean? And these poop coins, I call them. And there's over 9,000 of them all over the world. And, I'd love to ask you, because I think this is a question that most people, whether they're brand new into cryptocurrency or they're seeing a project like SUPERBID, still fairly a new project like most other coins that are coming out. What's the difference? Like, what do you think it makes it and really makes it stand out, besides it not being categorized as one of those coins? But what makes it so different and unique in the space of course, cryptocurrency?
Well, first of all, we're creating something that no one else has created before. There is no app which involves cryptocurrency auctions and also has a social engagement aspect to it. It's like the eBay, Instagram on steroids, where we're taking the best qualities of cryptocurrency and incorporating them into the app. That's one thing. The second thing is that we have a legitimate team, and there are real people that are showing their faces behind this project. So if anyone thinks for a second that we're going to do some shady shit or fuck other people over, like, I'm not going to jail. No one on my team is going to jail. Like, we have our backgrounds, we have our whole resumes at risk here. So we are doing everything we possibly can to stay as transparent as possible, while also knowing that sometimes we just need to put our heads down and work and just get stuff done. And although we might be a little quiet in the main chat sometimes, it's not because we're ignoring people. It's because we have so much stuff to get done. We have an app. We have this website to pump out. We're actually thinking about converting the website into like a preliminary auctioning platform, just to have people actually be able to auction stuff off in the interim before the app is live. That's not final yet, but we're talking about it. And also all these partnerships. So that's the second thing, is that like we're a real team doing real work, and we're being transparent about it, and we're actually pulling through. And I guess that's the third thing, is that we're actually pulling through. We have a roadmap, you can see it, and almost, I think 95% of it is complete at this point. We actually had to add stuff in, new stuff, because we weren't aware we were going to land a partnership with Logan Paul. I mean, are you kidding? We started 3 months ago. I came from Boeing. Like, we came from nothing, nowhere. We were 1 cent. No one knew about us. And now we're here, and we're trying to take over the cryptocurrency space in the best way possible. We're like encouraging people to get involved in this, not as a way to necessarily make money, but just as a way to learn more about this space and learn how it can benefit normal apps like an auctioning platform. You know what I mean? And this is only the start for us, just so you know. I don't know how many people are aware of this, but we have a whole development company that's solely dedicated to SUPERBID now, and we can do whatever we want. So if I have an idea, or Wojtek or Jacob or Kinga has an idea, Patrick, we can make it happen. So SUPERBID is just the start for us, and we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that this is like the premier crypto and the premier app for auctions. And then we'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah, no, that's exciting to hear, because I'm sure you've seen it. We see it in the space all the time, analyzing coins and projects, and most people don't even know who the owner of these coins are. Like, like let's be honest here, everybody. Like, you go into some of these projects and this coin and that coin and dog this and dad this, and it's ridiculous out there. And most people never really have an idea of the executives. No one really looks at the roadmap and gets a true idea of the purpose. And what I believe heavily in cryptocurrency, coins that stick around and are here for the long term are coins that provide utility. And I think what you guys are creating is something special. I don't think I've ever seen it. I think there's no real competitors right now. And that leads to my question. What do you think, what's the vision, between you, Patrick, the executives? Like, what do you guys see SuperBid headed? You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys envision it, like, top place? What is it you guys really see it going to, the type of people, the quality, the auctions? Where do you see it going in the next 2 to 5 years, for example?
Well, I think that we're creating a recession-proof token, meaning if the crypto market crashes, if there's still demand for auctions, if there's still influencers around, people are going to still be buying the token. So, I'm not saying that this is like going to be the go-to if anything goes south, but I am saying that unlike a normal token, unlike one of those Doge tokens where you like get farming rewards or whatever, it's like fake money, there's going to be real utility for this. So I see this sustaining any sort of correction in the market, and I see us laser focused on just continuing on the course. Like, we have a strategy, we have a plan, and we're executing it. We don't look at the price. We don't care about the price, frankly. We obviously want it to go up because of our investors, or our token holders. But at the same time, we don't let that stuff distract us, because the big picture view is trying to have an app with millions of users, like millions of users. And is the token price really going to matter then? I mean, we're really early, like, in my opinion. I think that we're really early, even though we have 5,000 holders. You see some tokens that get launched in the market, these Doge tokens, and you think that they're so secure. They'll say that they burned all the tokens, whatever. But you understand that when they launch that token, the team has the first knowledge that that token is launched and can instantly go on Uniswap or whatever decentralized exchange and buy a shitload, and you'll never know, and can then dump it on the project. So we're not like that, right? We're so focused on this long-term app. Like, the whole purpose of this is to create this app. So all this stuff that happens in the interim is so that we build a community and build a user base. That's why we're partnering with influencers. Eventually, when we launch the app, we want to have access to at least 100, 200 million users. That was our initial idea, actually. We already met that goal with Logan Paul. He has like 100 million followers across the social media. So we're upping those values. I do have another piece of information that I cannot share with you guys today, but we just got signed an agreement with another influencer that has 20 plus million followers solely on her Instagram. You might know who I'm talking about. So we are going to be announcing information on her in the coming weeks, and that'll be super cool. But again, just to go back on my first point, it's, long-term vision is to create this beautiful, seamless app that anyone can use, regardless of whether you're an influencer or not, and launch it when we know that we have access to millions of users. That's the whole purpose. We want to blow up like TikTok did. When you downloaded TikTok for the first time, or when you heard about it, I'm sure you were like, what is this? What are these random people doing dancing? Like, that's the effect. That's the effect that we want this to have.
No, that's all. I mean, TikTok's addicting. I see everybody just making them in the mall, in the streets, or everybody just can't get off their phone. So I can only imagine that user experience of being able to be with these influencers, or win a dinner, or win some piece of art, or some, digital, NFT or something from somebody like that. But there's some recent news. I know you're tight on time, bro. But there's some recent news, and I don't think a lot of people were on that Zoom call. So this might be brand new to everybody. So I don't know if you want to kind of share your screen with whatever details or news you have. But yeah. I know there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of announcements, and for everybody here on Go Live or on Zoom, this weekend was just dropped incredible events and news. So what we're going to be doing now is Max is actually going to want to show you guys the recent news. Some of you guys don't even know what happened with Logan Paul. We keep mentioning Logan Paul because there's actually a partnership, and I want Max to just really take time and share with you guys what's happening with Times Square, Logan Paul, the fight, so you guys could really get an idea of how big this week and what's coming, and all the publicity and millions of eyes that are about to be on SuperBid.
Yep. Let me look for my document because I think it gives a really good summary of what we're doing if I can find it. Hopefully I can find it. If not, I'll just explain to you guys. Yeah, what's up with Times Square, bro? This is news to me.
Some people know. Some people have found out. I mean, the grapevine, the news has been going out, but I mean, listen, for those of you here, we got now close to 1,100 here live. Who's heard of about the news, guys? I mean, seriously, yes, we're probably gonna get this translated in Spanish, everybody, for sure. But I'm just here checking the comments. I think. Just want to make sure you guys are audio is good, visuals are good, so we're just gonna wait for Max to either pop that document up or we're just gonna roll with it. But everybody, we're gonna do a brief AMA or a quick Q&A at the end, but you guys it looks like you guys hear us a-okay. Awesome, fantastic, everybody. So folks, there was news dropped. Maybe you guys saw it on Twitter, maybe you guys have seen Logan Paul even, I mean, share it. There's a lot of important stuff. Mayweather, I don't know, but I'll let Max, because Max makes it exciting. You know what I mean?
I'll just run through it. It's all in my head. I can't find the document. So we had a meeting on Friday where we reviewed a bunch of news before anything was going to happen because we appreciate all of you guys for being a part of our community early. Basically, what happened was we already listed on Bitcoin.com, which is a large centralized exchange. Hopefully, it helps with like liquidity issues that people are currently seeing on Uniswap. We also launched a trading competition on Bitcoin.com, and the winner gets $15,000, which is also cool. We have an interview with Cointelegraph, which is one of the largest crypto media companies in the world, and we have like a bunch of articles that we're pushing with them. And then the big piece of news is that, as I mentioned a bunch of times, is that we actually partnered with Logan Paul. And Logan Paul is basically, he started his career on Vine. He was like one of the first OG influencers. And he grew into someone that's supposed to be the first billionaire from social media, which I think is insane. But this is a guy with like over 100 million followers across all of his social media, his YouTube, his Instagram, his Twitter, everything. And we formed this partnership with him. What does that mean? That means that we're doing auctions with him. That means that he's posting about us. That means that we're able to put him on our website. We're getting the full package with him. But most importantly, there's a fight on June 6th between him and Floyd Mayweather. It's Floyd Mayweather's probably his last fight ever in his career. Floyd Mayweather is one of the best boxers in the world, lightweight boxers in the world. And we're sponsoring Logan. So we're going to be on his shorts.
Oh my God.
And this is supposed to be one of the largest pay-per-view events in history. And that just means that there are going to be millions of eyes that are watching this fight, and SUPERBID is going to be on his shorts and everyone's going to see it. And also, we have hats that we're making, and we're hoping that Logan can like put one on during a press release. So when he's getting interviewed, everyone's going to see he has the hat with SUPERBID on it. I'm hoping that we can pull that off. Wow. But overall, it's going to be massive exposure. We're trying to get Forbes, Business Insider, all these like, large media companies in the US to actually come out to Miami and do interviews with me. So hopefully that's going to be major, major exposure to the mainstream. And you guys are obviously finding out about this first. So it's super cool. And Nick's going to be in Miami too. So I plan on linking up with him for sure. We'll take some pictures. We'll do some videos.
For sure.
Maybe we'll come on Instagram and say what's up. But it should be a super good time. And another thing that we're doing is, obviously you guys have heard of Times Square. We reserved the world's most iconic billboard in Times Square for 1 week straight, starting tomorrow, hopefully.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have this here in New York City, and we have all 4 billboards. So we have the entire tower reserved. So for 1 week straight, we're going to be cycling through SUPERBID promotions, and they are just the most insane. It's the most insane billboard that you've probably ever seen. It's just completely absurd, and crypto people are going to know what's up, but normal people are going to be like, "What is this?" And they're going to want to take out their phones and record it. And the whole purpose of this, obviously, making it so absurd, was not because we're an absurd joke project. It's because we know how to attract attention. We have insane marketing people that came up with this idea to basically put memes on Times Square on the world's most iconic billboard. Wow. So we have these really cool graphics going up. We have a QR code, huge QR code on the bottom. So the instant you take out your phone, you start to take a picture, it will, give you the link to SUPERBID. You can go to SUPERBID. We have that buy button that's right there, front and center. So if anyone gets to our website, they can easily go and just buy the token and learn about the project. Do you guys, Nick, do you think it'd be okay if I shared what the billboard actually looked like?
I mean, all right, everybody, let's give him some seconds. Folks, if you guys go bananas, I asked Max if maybe he could share with us. I'm gonna have to record and send him a video, but can we put some 888s, or actually let's put SB. Forget the 888s. Put SB in the chat box if you guys want to actually see the mock-up of what's gonna be in Times Square. Let me actually just record this really quickly and show them. Oh my goodness. This is just bananas. Put some SB, everybody. Say yes. Come on. We're gonna be seeing Times Square. So yeah, bro, they're going pretty crazy over here. So let's definitely show them this mock-up that you got.
Okay, cool. So no one has seen this besides for our team. I was very reluctant to wanting to show you guys just because I wanted it to be like a total surprise, but it'll still be a total surprise for everyone else. But here it is. Hold on.
Drum roll. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, you got a video too. Okay. So it ain't a picture, is it?
No.
That's the wrong one. You can't drop that one yet.
It's bigger. 1 minute.
Let's see.
Okay. Here we go. So there's no sound, obviously, but enjoy.
And that's on Times Square. That's crazy. Oh, look at the memes. No way. That's epic, bro. And that's gonna be going on for wow.
Yep. So that'll just be cycling through.
That's nuts. That is nuts. And then wow.
We adjusted it a little bit. This isn't the final, but it's very similar to what it's gonna look like. We have these words on the memes are gonna be much larger so people can actually see them.
Oh, so people can't see. Hold up. I think it just went full screen. Hold up. We're gonna have to we might have to show it again. Hold up. Give me a second here. I think everyone can see now. All right, let's do it one more time, guys, because I have a setting. Let me maybe just check here with OBS. All right, yeah, screen was black, everybody. It moved over to another desktop. All right, run it back. Let's do it. So they didn't get to see. So this is it, everybody. So check this out. So this is how it's gonna look in Times Square. And check out right here where my cursor is. That's epic. Man.
I love this.
Oh my God, that's epic. So that's Times Square, and that's starting tomorrow. You said potentially.
Yep, should be starting tomorrow. So that's it. And let me just show you, for those of you that aren't familiar with this billboard, I'll show you a picture of it. So yeah, I mean, if any of you guys are out in New York City for real, you can hit me up.
Projects in the past that have done that have gained over 10,000 holders just off that marketing campaign. So that is going to be massive for SUPERBID. For those of you guys watching, I mean, you could only imagine. I mean, front and center. I mean, there's not even companies. There are artists that can't even get on Times Square, and that's front and center. So that's extremely exciting. Wow, bro.
Yeah, I mean, no guarantee that anything's going to come of this. I mean, it's mainly for exposure, and maybe we can convert some buyers, but that's not the purpose. And that's not like, I mean, it is at the end of the day, the purpose. But yeah, I mean, past projects have literally destroyed it. by marketing on Times Square.
Of course. No,
So
I think it's the awareness. You know, it's just like TikTok. You know, it took off because of the awareness, and I think guys are doing a fantastic job. But bro, I know you got to run. I think we might have a special guest, but I got to see if everybody's still excited. So let me see. Can you jump on now? What if I told you guys we just had Max, the COO. Now, what if I told you that Max made it happen, and we might have the head of talent now? We got the whole SUPERBID team in the house. So let's drop some SB in the chat box. Let's see if we could get Brandon on. But while we wait, my man Max, appreciate you, brother, for jumping on. The people really, I'm sure they're really excited. First of all, the value, the news, where this is headed. I think I'm really excited to just see what's going to happen to, of course, price. A lot of us are investors, but I mean, we could only imagine the awareness that is going to happen with millions of eyes. I mean, if you really start to put, two and two together, I mean, millions of people are going to watch the fight. Have you guys locked in where SUPERBID's going to be on the trunks yet? Because I'm curious, where's it going to be? Or you can't say that yet?
We have two options, but we think, so based on viewership, like the amount of time that the back of someone is shown versus the front is much more significant. So we're thinking about, instead of going on his front, which we can do, we're thinking about actually going on the back and having like huge SUPERBID on the back of his belt line. It's the only logo there. Because when he's fighting, you're actually covering up your body,
Yeah.
or you're faced away. So, but your back is always exposed. So that's why we're thinking about doing it. Also, in our opinion, better than having it on the front, but it's not final yet because the design is like very agile. It's very simple, so we can just change it if we want at the last minute. Gotcha. But it will be there.
All right, that's exciting. Well, hey everybody, that was Maxwell Gross, COO of SUPERBID. I think Brandon's actually going to jump on now in the same link. So, folks, what I'm going to do while we wait, if we are able to get him, I'm going to cover some price action here with SUPERBID, show you guys where you guys could actually get it. But, brother, appreciate you. You have a great rest of your day, man. Enjoy your Memorial Day. All right, brother?
No problem, Nick.
All right, everybody. So, as you guys got to hear it front and center, super excited for you guys to actually witness that. I think that was really special for Max to jump on and actually share with you guys exactly what's going on. So before we get, of course, let me see. Oh, Brandon's on. We actually got Brandon in the building. Give me a second here. All right. Oh, man, it's a full house. It's the full team on. Hold up. Let me see if there he is. All right, y'all. So I got somebody from the team as well here. For those of you that don't know Brandon, he's actually also a part of the SUPERBID team. And listen, you guys heard from the COO of SUPERBID. Now you guys are going to hear from Braden Hampton. Folks, this is the head of talent, and I'm going to share with the screen really quickly, everybody. But well, look at all you guys going bananas. That's exciting. But folks, for those of you guys that don't know Brandon, his Instagram's @money on Instagram. And guys, he's somebody, they call him the king of social media. He's built over 36 million followers across Instagram, through Twitter, Facebook, multiple partnerships with, I'm talking about A-list, B-list celebrities all over the world. I mean, he's somebody that has worked with over 500 different celebrities and athletes. With them to bring the awareness and really bring the talent to SUPERBID. So Brandon, we just had Max on. Welcome, my brother. We're here live on Zoom, but we are also live on Go Live over here, this platform. We got well over 1,000 plus here. So what's up, my man? How are you?
What's going down? I'm good. Just getting ready for Miami.
I hear you. Yeah, I know everyone's coming through, but hey, bro, so we covered a lot of things with Max, with kind of like the history of, Max and how it all started with Patrick and, really the vision. But I think what we could cover really quickly, man, and we'd love to get to know you because, of course, you're a key component, the head of talent behind SUPERBID. And I think is extremely important for people to kind of get to know, what you've done in the past, everything you've accomplished through social media, so people could really see the power and get to know you, because it's a really big deal for those of you guys that don't know Brandon, him being a part of SUPERBID.
Absolutely. I mean, look, I'll give my background and you'll see why I chose to get involved in this project, because I genuinely feel and now have already proven that I can add an astronomical amount of value to this project. So I got involved in crypto in 2013. So I was very early there, very beginning. I got involved in social media marketing and influencer marketing and celebrity deals in 2008. In 2008, the word influencer wasn't even a word. So I was like so early. I built a network myself of over 36 million followers across all my social channels.
Wow.
And then I've done deals with over 500 different celebrities and influencers. So like I've done more deals with Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian than anybody else. I have done deals with athletes, with artists, with native social media influencers. Spent over $50 million on influencer marketing from my agency. I've worked with all the biggest brands on social media. So when I heard about SUPERBID, the way that I actually got involved is I was an investor. I came on board as an investor, and then I said, hey, I'm in very deep, and I would love to help myself and help you guys by moving the needle with this project. And if I have all these direct relationships with influencers and celebrities, and you guys are looking for influencers and celebrities, this is like the perfect mashup of like two things that I'm super passionate about, which is social media and crypto. So naturally I came on board as the head of talent. We have some crazy stuff. I'm sure Max covered it. I wasn't actually able to get on when Max was on, but I'm sure you covered all the things we have going on this weekend. We just went live on Bitcoin.com. Prior to that, we were available on a smaller exchange called Whitebit, and we're on Uniswap. But next up, starting tomorrow, we actually do a Times Square takeover for the next 7 days, which is insane. There's another crypto project that took over Times Square for less than 48 hours with one billboard off to the side. They added over 10,000 holders. So like we're getting the infamous vertical billboard where the Times Square ball drops on New Year's Eve. We have memes, we have all kinds of crazy shit that we're putting out into the world to get people to record this and share with their friends and stuff like that. Times Square takeover starts tomorrow. That's a week long. Mentioning holders, this is super important. When I came on board in early April, we had 400 token holders, okay? We just hit 2,000 token holders less than a week ago. And probably after this call, we're gonna break 5,000 token holders. So like the growth of this is exponential. The price growth is exponential. When I came on board, project was 10 cents in February. It was about 60 cents when I came on board. And now here we are at $9 before any of the action even starts. So we refer to this first campaign as day 0. Times Square tomorrow is the beginning of day 0. The Logan Paul fight with Mayweather, we're sponsoring his shorts in the area, which will get us the most TV time, the most opportune placement. He's gonna also do an auction after, so he's gonna be continuously promoting the app on social media, which is the other component besides the token. We have 2 other partnerships that we've signed in the past 24 hours that we have not yet announced, that are also major announcements, and we have more to come. So, I mean, look, I'm bringing all the top firepower to my network. I have relationships with all the biggest business influencers in the entrepreneur and guru space. I have direct relationships with athletes, artists. I have a very cool artist collab that we have not signed yet, which we're negotiating terms for, where a very popular rap artist is gonna sell a feature on our platform.
Oh, wow.
So we have like all this cool shit that we're negotiating, and all these announcements. As you know, crypto and crypto pricing is correlated to announcements, right? It's a marketing game. And not only are we performing on the execution side of actually scoring this talent, we have all these amazing announcements that come one after another that will continue to pile up and pile on the success of the platform. It'll get us downloads once the app's live. It'll get us new investors and new token holders. And of course, because of our staking and our reward system, people don't just buy our token and sell it. They buy it and they stake it, and then they hold it because they're gaining extra value with the growth of the token price and the growth of their staking rewards. So I feel like that was, I mean, I gave away all my information without even stopping talking. So
Yeah, no, I can tell you're fired up. But no, man, we're extremely excited. I know you guys are working super hard in the back end, and Max shared a lot. But I feel like, you know, before we wrap up, because I know everyone's short on time, I like asking you because you've been such a pivotal part in, in social media and, in creating these partnerships with influencers and companies and brands. Where do you see, because I think it's really important to talk about vision in any company or any project, you know what I mean? Where do you see, what SUPERBID can accomplish through your contacts, your connections? What is it like you think SUPERBID, ignore price, what is the absolute goal
Sure.
for you guys user-wise? You know what I mean? What's the goal behind the whole thing and the vision?
Yeah, that's a great question, because here's the truth for crypto, especially when you talk about prices and projects. Most of these projects have this crazy vision to do something that's just like brand new. They're trying to invent a category. They're trying to, revolutionize banking or insurance or like these big industries. And some people will do it. We have the expectation set that we're going to do something that's very simple and very achievable. And what that is we have an app that's actually done. Like, I have it on my phone. We have a couple more tweaks and stuff to do, but like the app launches in July. The app is done, right? We're not setting up this expectation that we're going to do this crazy thing. We're going to put out an app that's going to act and look probably like TikTok, but is going to have a bidding ecosystem that works like eBay. Now, those two concepts already exist. We're not making anything new. We're combining those two cool concepts into one, and then we're using my network and the Rolodex of Max and everybody else in the company to bring all these influencers in. Now, price, of course, is going to be correlated to the success of the app, but when the app launches, I anticipate getting hundreds of thousands of downloads very early in the app, because these are all people who want to compete and bid for the influencer prizes and the influencer experiences that we have set up. I suspect then the next phase of that is to enter like a growth phase where influencers are coming to the platform on their own, where we don't actually have to focus on talent acquisition like we are right now. Talent will sort of come in on their own, word of mouth will spread. It'll be cool to have a SUPERBID account, just like it's cool to have a TikTok and Instagram, a Snapchat. And that allows us to focus on acquiring more users and getting more downloads, because there's already a thriving ecosystem. So I see us going out and getting, I would say, 50 really, really, really big name brand influencers within the first 60 days of launch. And then after that, the rest sort of writes itself. And then you have this app that has a successful business model. It has tons of exposure and worldwide attention. It has all the right influencers. And then, of course, the tokens are a true utility within the app. So the success of the app will further increase the value of the token.
That's powerful, because I mean, something clicked for me. You know what I mean? I think what SUPERBID has is something really different, because you look at influencers nowadays, most people don't have a way. I mean, they could try on social media, but they don't have a platform outside of Instagram, TikTok to like auction off something, anything. Whether, I was talking to Max, like a dinner or an NFT, they could potentially try to sell it through Instagram and making a link, but it could be that one platform where, all sorts of artists, influencers could actually position themselves and utilize it. And I think it's really exciting for both the influencer and also the other person on the other side being able to access whatever NFT or collectible or a phone call. It could probably be a Zoom call to be, with anybody. But hey guys, really excited. I want to just wrap it up, because it's already 7:47. We've been here for quite some time. But Brandon, appreciate you jumping on. We'd love to have you later on, of course, in another session. We got a lot of people really excited about all the work that you guys have been putting in, my man. So appreciate you jumping on really quickly and briefly. And brother, we will see you all in Miami. All right, brother?
Right on.
All right, man.
Thanks, guys.
Take care. All right, y'all. So you guys heard it first. That was super, super, super exciting. We definitely we're very blessed and lucky. That was unexpected. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Max and Brandon reached out, and they saw what I Am Academy and what DCX and SwipeCoin was doing, and definitely they wanted to just jump on, since they saw a lot of you all. And of course we were in SUPERBID, and it was a project we found, and of course a diamond in the rough, I would say. I think it's a hidden gem in the cryptocurrency space. So really, really excited about that. But folks, man, what powerful news. I mean, kind of think about this. Let me, now that we're not, can I actually blow this up now? Let me see. Now that we can get on the charts, yes we can. Perfect. So I mean, you kind of think about the power of all the information. Think about everything that just was shared. You're talking about millions of viewers now watching and seeing SUPERBID in the trunks or the shorts of course, Logan Paul while he's fighting. And then you have Times Square. I mean, centerfold, 7 days straight starting tomorrow, like they shared. I mean, right down to the middle of this ad right here, just running and saying SUPERBID. So I don't know if any of you all are in New York. That'd be super exciting to actually see a lot of you guys take pictures and I don't know, I mean, share them with the group, share them with the teams. I'm trying to look for some Times Square pictures, but I mean, that's where we're going to be seeing SUPERBID. And this is not for 1 day, not for 2, but it's going to be a week straight, really sharing the SUPERBID as you guys saw. And you know what's very interesting, it was really special that Max was able to share with us how it was going to look, because even in the Zoom call that they announced prior, they didn't show the mock-up. But everybody, super excited. Seriously, we hit our Ethereum trade. All right, this was our Ethereum trade. We did fantastic. This trade's still running. We had 0 drawdown. This thing's up 4,000 pips if you still held. And ETH is looking strong, folks. We are not going to be covering price action on this go live. We're going to wrap it up here tonight. But price is already moving. We're seeing some action here. The daily close is here coming up, if I'm not mistaken, in about 10 minutes. So really good, strong pushes here in the market, both on the hourly, the 4-hour close, highest 4-hour close. And we got a strong daily here appearing. So folks, get ready. I think this week, you know, let's kind of zoom out. I think it's very likely, you know, just off fib extensions, all right, if we kind of just cover fib extensions, that price could head towards, you know, here we have some mock-up targets. The 1.618, 17 bucks, but really I've put it all the way. Let's actually extend that from $17 to about 20 bucks. Our 2618 would be the $26 and our 3618 would be about 36. So we got the overall level of resistance right here, which has been our all-time high over here. So once we break this, everybody, right here at 11:30, I think we're bound to run to probably twice, or, you know, if we look at just an Elliott wave, you know, typical patterns, they will, let's look over here just to kind of show what I'm talking about. They will mirror, and if not, a lengthier move. And I really do believe that if we do a measured move, as you guys are seeing, I strongly believe that we could potentially be at $17, $20, just based off the news and all that's happening. But folks, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys were able to catch that Ethereum trade Wednesday. We're going to get back to price action, but I hope you guys enjoyed this go live. Very different from the typical go lives that we do, but it was really special to have a project we're invested in, having the corporate team here, obviously present and sharing some exciting news, and actually even news that haven't even hit the public. So folks, it's been a pleasure. You all have a great, great, great rest of your night. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Appreciate everybody that served our incredible country here in the States. And take care, everybody. Catch you guys all on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye now.